Hi everyone, it's Donna from Spaceman Papercrafts, and I'm back with another video featuring products used from Beebeecrafts.com. All the information that you'll need for the products that I use will be in the description bar below, along with the link to Beebeecrafts.com website. So we're doing, in case you hadn't guessed, we're doing felt flowers today. This is something that I'm really new to, but I really enjoy making them, and they actually are easier than they look, to be honest. So I'm going to show you how to make a few different types today. I'm going to show you how to make the rolled flowers, these ones here that I've got. I don't know what you call these, but I like those anyway. And then I'm going to show you how to make this one with the curled tops, and these are lovely. You know, you can put them on cards, you can put them on journals. Let me see, this is the journal I'm currently giving away. You know, it looks really, you know, they look really sweet, and they would look great on journals, cards, anything. So I'm going to take these samples away, and then I'm going to show you what we're going to do. Now I'm bringing over the rotary cutter. Now what I did with this rotary cutter is, because I'm left-handed, I actually unscrewed it and turned it around the other way, so I can actually see when I press where the blade is going, as opposed to it happening this side where I can't see. So I really love the fact that I could do that. It's just made cutting things out so much simpler. It's so much more simple, and you can line it up once you see where the blade is. You know, if you're cutting straight, you can line it up with your ruler. When it was this way, I had to sort of tilt the blade so I could see it. So I'm really chuffed with that I was able to switch that around, which is great. So I have used the rotary cutter to cut all of the felt that you're going to see today. I used the kind of like the scallop blade to cut this one, and then I just used the straight blade. Oh no, it sounds silly, but straight blade to cut a circle. It doesn't need to be a perfect circle. I used what did I use? I used one of my dies. I think this is the next one down, but I just used one of my dies, lay it on the felt, and then drew around it with a pencil. You probably would have got a better cut if you'd have used scissors, but I really wanted to use the rotary trimmer just to see how well it did. So the first one we're going to do then are the rolled flowers. Okay, so these ones. Now for the next bit, because I've already cut this one, we're going to go ahead and do this one first. Now I have made a little mistake there, but I actually don't think you're going to see it. So I'm going to put my finger cups on, because, you know, glue gun and all that. I'm not the best with a glue gun. So all we're going to do really is we're going to start at the end, and then we're just going to roll the flower up. Let me take these off, and it makes it more difficult to roll. So we're just going to roll the flower, and then every so often we're just going to put a dab of hot glue just to hold it. So I'm just going to put a little bit of hot glue there. And then carry on wrapping it round. And it really doesn't take that long. I mean, you could sit, you know, for an afternoon or an evening in front of the television, just having everything cut out, and then roll your flowers. So every so often just give it a little bit of a pull so it keeps nice and tight. I hope I've got you in frame. I can't, the way my film setup is, I can't actually see what you're seeing. I set it up right, so I hope I'm in the right place. Okay, then just another bit of hot glue. You only need little dots just to keep it together. Whoops, for that reason, in case you drop it. Now, because this is all cut at funny angles, we've got lots of different variations of size. Now, I did mention that this is the type of felt that could be used in a cricket, and I have tried with the cricket. Now, the problem I have is that I'm not sure if it's my blade or if it's the actual felt, but I don't think it is the felt because it cuts perfectly through a die cut machine, you know, so I don't think it is the felt. I think it may just be that I might just need a new blade. So what I'm going to do now is flip this over, and I'm going to put a generous amount of hot glue there. I'm going to put my film thing on, and we're just going to cover that now. I'm going to put a little bit, in fact I'm just going to trim that. And then stick that down like that, and then all we do then really is we just trim around the section that's left, and then you have a really nice, once you fiddle about with the petals a little bit, you have quite a nice rolled flower. Okay, so what I'm going to do for the next one is it's going to be another rolled flower, but this time I've only got a circle, and I'm going to cut it with you. So what you want to start doing is start at an edge and just start cutting, trying your best to keep even as you go. This one's not very even, and just cut almost just like a continuous circle. I'm doing this too quick. This is quickness for me doing it on video, I'm afraid. It looks a bit wonky. It probably is a little bit. So you just do it until you get something that looks like that. I'm going to put it down so you can see. So that's how it looks. And for this one we're going to do exactly the same thing. We're going to start at an end and we're going to roll it in. I mean, you can roll it towards you or you can roll it away from you. It doesn't really matter. For me, I don't know if it's because I'm a lefty, I find this easier to roll towards me, but for sure you can do it the other way if you want to. If you feel it starts to get a bit difficult to go round, then you need to be adding more glue. And then you can loosen it up a little bit. And then glue the bottom, keep all the layers together, and then pop the circle on the bottom, and then just loosen it out a little bit and glue on me, and there you have a little rolled flower. Now as you can see in the middle, I have done that quite tight. You seem to get more layers, but if you wanted it a bit looser, obviously do it a little bit looser. You can loosen them up. You know, the felt is quite forgiving, and then you can just trim round, you know, the bottom piece and finish it off. So there's the two rolled ones. I think they're really cute actually. So now we're going to look at doing this one. Okay, so I've got a piece of felt, and this is the full length of the felt sheets, which is A4 size I believe, which is, this one's 11 3/4, and it's cut by 2 inches. Okay, so what we want to do is just pop a little bit of glue along one edge. I have to put new glue stick in, and then just fold it in half and just stick it down as close to half as you can get, really. There we go. Okay, so you've got this sort of fold in your felt. So now what you need to do is take a pair of scissors. You need to make sure they're sharp scissors really, because you need good cuts through the felt. So we're just going to cut roughly every maybe 2/8, every like 1/4 of an inch, and we're just going to keep cutting all the way down. And you don't want to cut that glued edge. If you can see mine, you don't want to cut on that glued edge, because that's what's going to hold your flower together. So just keep cutting through. Okay, so then you're left with this. Okay, so again the principle is the same. We're still going to roll, but this time, because it's thick at the bottom, we just need to pop a bit of hot glue on to help that stay. And then we're just going to roll the whole thing together. And again, part way through, pop a little bit of glue on. And just keep rolling it. This is probably one of the easiest flowers to make. You could run these up, you could run tons of these up in no time, I think. And then when you get to the end, you just take some glue and tack that down at the end. Give that a hold to dry. And there we go. And then what you want to do to cover the workings is take a piece of the same colour felt and just cut out a small circle. I'm just going to snip a square first, and then it's easier instead of using the big sheet of felt. And then just, oh, that's still not coming, holding down there. Yeah, that's better. And then just cut yourself a rough circle. No one's going to see this, but you need something on the bottom to be able to stick it to a project. And then all you do again is just glue to hold those layers and pop it on your piece of felt, and then just trim the edges away and neaten it up a bit. And there you go, you've got a cute little rolled flower at the top. These are really cute actually. They look really sweet. And then all you need to do really, if you wanted to, I've just freehand cut some leaves if you wanted to pop a leaf on. And when I do mine, I glue it at the side and at the bottom and then the side, so it sort of sticks up. Then you can train that to roll down if you want to. So that's the first rolled flower done with the straight piece of felt. Now I'm going to show you another one. It's done very similar to the first one. So I've got a thicker piece of, so I'm going to make this a bit bigger. I've got a thicker piece of felt. This is the same length, but it's about 3 inches wide. Okay. So this time when we fold it over, we're not going to glue the top. And this felt is really good because if you fold it, you can see your line. So what you need to do is you need to put glue on one side of that line to hold that bottom. Just replace my glue gun and it's having a bit of a wobble. There we go. So you want to fold that so you're about in half. Okay, so this bit is now open instead of how it was before when it was the closed bit. So it's just basically the same principle. You just, let me trim that up so it's a bit neater. So then what you do is you cut this way. And you cut all the way down the length of your strip. You can go a little bit further on this one because you're not going to ruin the glue section. As long as you don't cut all the way down to the bottom, you're absolutely fine. And for this one, I like to try and do thicker ones and thinner ones. It just looks nice when it's all put together. Okay, now that's all done. We're going to do exactly the same thing as we did with all the others, and that's just to roll them. So I'm just going to put a little bit of glue on there. And this one is going to be stiffer to roll because the glue is at the bottom. Let me just take that bit of glue off because I'm going to end up doing exactly that, sticking it to myself. So it is stiffer on the bottom, so you are going to need more glue. And as it starts rolling, it will get much easier and less stiff. Go. We'll get to the end again, and then I'm just going to hold that down. And then all I'm going to do is what I did before and create a circle for our base. Again, it's just a rough circle because no one's going to see it. it's just to cover up the bottom. Okay. And then I'm just going to stick that onto there. Give it a second, and then I'm just going to cut round. Should have waited till the glue dried, but I'll just clean my scissors. Oops. And then all you need to do with this one then, when it's dry, is just fluff it out. And you can make these any size, really. I did make a much smaller one of these. I think this was half the size, so it's about 1.5 inches by the full length. And I just think they're really cute. And they're nice to, you know, if you want to roll it round a paper straw, for example, you could do that. You can have them in vases or anything really. So I'm really pleased with the ones that we made today. I'll just bring them back over. So they're the ones we made today, and these are some of the other examples that I made. So thank you very much for joining me today. Don't forget to check the description bar below for all the details for beebeecraft.com, where you can pick up this pack of felt, which is amazing really. I mean, you see you only use, you know, a few inches, and it's a 40 pack, and it's, you know, really bright colours and things. The only thing is that you only get one sheet of each colour. So you would need to think about that if you were planning a different project where, you know, you wanted to, you know, use particular colours. But yeah, I'm really pleased with how those turned out. I'm not an expert by any stretch of the imagination when it comes to making these felt flowers. You know, I do need more practice, but I just thought that they were so cute, and I thought I would share them, how to do it, with you. So thank you so much guys for watching, and please remember to give this video a thumbs up. Let me know what you think in the comments, and if you haven't subscribed already, and if you would like to subscribe, please press that red button and tap the bell notification, and that should let you know when I'm uploading a new video. So thanks so much everyone for watching, and the links will be in the description bar below, and I'll see you again very soon. Bye for now.